Okay, so in this one we are going to start with the Django authentications. Okay, so in the authentications we are going to work on the registration, sign in, forward password, and reset password. And I don't want to make this as a simple registration, so in this one we are going to make a complete registration process where we will be sending a verification email to the user. So when he clicks on the link, then the account will be verified. Okay, so that way, and in the login process also it is yeah, it's pretty simple. So now we'll start with the registration first. Okay, so for that we will be yeah, we'll have to make this one URLs for that. Okay, so let me open this, and first of all I'll open the Atom editor. Okay, so now let's close all these tabs first, and all right, so first thing first, we'll have to make a URLs for this. So in the accounts we'll just create a new file, urls.py. Okay, I'll just copy this one, copy whole code, and put it here. I'll remove this. Okay, and this one. All right, so the first one is register, and views dot register. This is also register. Okay, and for this to work we will have to first set up this main this one, the grade card main urls.py file. So here we will be including the accounts app. Okay, path accounts, whenever user comes into this the accounts, we will send him to accounts URL, accounts dot urls. Okay, we can close this one now. So register is done, and we need two more, that is one is login, and this is login, and this is a logout. We will be logout, and this is logout. Okay, so let's start creating all these views first. Go to the views and define register with the request so return a render request comma accounts slash we will create a register.html. Okay, the same way we'll make these two also. This is login.html, and the logout, for now let's not do anything, just keep it as a return. Okay, so now in the templates we'll go to I think we'll have to create a folder called accounts. So in this accounts folder we will put all the HTML files related to these authentications. Okay, so create a new file, register.html, and new file, login.html. okay, so here now what we want to do is okay, first we'll check if this is working or not. So this is a register, and this is login. Let's first try if this setups are proper. Let's say accounts slash register. Okay, wait, something is wrong. We did not started the server, right? Run server. Okay, register is working, login is also working. Okay, so the next thing, we'll go to this we'll go to this includes and navbar. Okay, because we will just you know link these buttons to the proper page. Okay, when I click on this register, it should go to the register page. So for that, we'll go to navbar.html, and this is you see, this is a sign in url space login, and this is url space register. Okay, so now it should be fine. Login and register. All right, so in the register we will have to make a HTML template, right? So we already have this HTML template. So let's open this Sublime Text where we have this bootstrap template. So in the greet card folder we have this register.html. Okay, so before we do this one, we'll have to include a base template. Okay, this is extends base.html, and this is block content and end block. End block. Let's try this. All right, so header and footers are loading now. So now we can go to this register.html template and take the take all these markups from here. Okay, so start from this section content and come down, and here it is ending. Copy and just paste it inside this block content. Okay, so now if you go refresh, and we have this form. Okay, so the next step is to create a form itself. Okay, so for that we will be using the Django model form. Okay, so instead of making the form manually, we can use Django model forms, which is very useful. If you go and try this Django model form you see this, you can if you want, you can read about all these things. So actually it is very useful when you want to replicate the fields of your model. Okay, in our case we are going to use the model of our account. Okay, we have this account model, right? So in this one we are going to store all the user information. So that's why we'll use Django model forms. So we'll go back to this views. Okay, not views. So in the accounts folder, just right click and create a new file called forms.py. Okay, so from here, let's say from Django import forms. Okay, and also from .models import account. Okay, so now let's create a class and name it as registration form. So this registration form should inherit the forms dot model form. Okay, so in this one we'll be creating a class meta. Okay, in the meta class we are going to say model equal to account and fields. So these two inputs are very necessary, so you must give it. Okay, so first name comma last name comma phone number and email and what else, this password, right? So these fields actually, I'm referring to these, these fields. Okay, so first name, last name, username. So I'm not using username here. Okay, so that's okay. So email and phone number. Okay, email, I don't want the user to put the username. Okay, so we will create we'll automatically generate a username for the user based on what the email address he puts in. Okay, so that way. And yeah, that's it. So where is it? Okay, here it is. All right, so this part is done, and the next thing is we should go to the register view. Okay, here. So in the register view, we'll say form is equal to a registration form. Okay, so we should bring this registration form from dot forms, import a registration form. Okay, registration form, and let's make a context is equal to form form, and pass this form to here in this HTML. So now we have the this form variable available in this register.html. okay, so for now what we can do is we will just so here after this form, let's say, okay, let's just print the form. Okay, so if I reload, so this form is coming up now. Okay, so this is actually the default form of our model. Okay, so we can get rid of all these extra things just for now. This is how it looks, and of course this is not looking very good now, because this is just we are just printing a raw HTML. okay, so if you say form dot as underscore p, as like as underscore p in the sense as paragraph, so then it will look a little bit okay. Okay, one by one it is showing. And yeah, we can still give all these forms CSS classes, but we'll look at that in a moment.